Welcome to this episode of My Office Videos, and today we're going to be talking about events and controls. Okay, what I've done so far is create a simple Windows Forms application from Visual Studio 2008. I took the default form and added a button to it, a picture box, a label, and a progress bar. The only thing I'm going to do here to show you as far as design is concerned is adding the GIF. And what you do is you click on this little button in the upper right hand corner. I'm going to choose an image and a local resource and press import. And then on top of my desk I have this GIF loader that you can also make one for yourself if you go to the website that's located on the screen. Once you do that, you can press OK, and then that gets added to the box. I want to ensure two things happen here, and that is that the picture box is not visible because we're not doing anything at this time, and the case is that the label has no value inside of it, so that it's empty. The label still exists, but it just doesn't have any text in it. The next thing that I did was create a simple class which has two methods in it. One is the execute method, which allows the user of this class, whoever creates an object of this class, to execute the work that's being done in the class. And then a worker method inside of the class which basically simulates working by causing the system to sleep for half a second. The next step is to create a delegate void for handling the event inside our class. I already have a snippet ready for that. And basically it's just the delegate void and a class for the event args that is attached to the delegate void. After that, I can go ahead and add the event to the class itself. I'll go ahead and paste that in. And basically what I'm doing is creating an event based on the delegate and adding the method, the function for firing whenever that event takes place. Now all I need to do is go down to the work area, add that method for whenever this function is called. And that's all we have to do in our class. Let's jump back over to our form, and I'm going to double click on the run button. I'm going to add a variable for the event examples, and in my run button I'm going to go ahead and disable the run button and enable the GIF view. I'm going to create a background worker. And the background worker has two events that I'm going to be working with, which is the do work event, and I'll let IntelliSense create those method stubs for me. I'm going to do the run worker completed event, and again let IntelliSense create the method stub for me. I'm going to instantiate my object. I'm going to add the events for my object, which is just the message event. I'm going to execute the object in the do worker event. Then I'm going to add a delegate void with a string signature so that I can handle my messages here. Create a method that invokes the control. And in this method you can see that the label is being checked whether or not it needs to be invoked, and if it does, we invoke the method by using the delegate void with the text callback in it, and we send it the message. Else it will loop back through this void and add the message to the label. We have to do this because the label is on a different thread than the background worker. All that's left is to call this method inside the message event handler, and that we execute the background worker from our button click by running the run worker asynchronously. Let's give this a run and see what happens. Click on run and we get our message, and in just a moment the job will be done, and we get a failure because we have not completed the run worker by wrapping it up with the run worker completed method. So we'll stop this, go back over to our form, go to the run worker completed method. We need to add a new delegate and a couple methods for handling the buttons. So what we're going to do is add an OArg delegate here and have two methods that can run off of no arguments by re-enabling the run button and re-hiding the progress bar. Once we're done with that, we can just add those to the actual run worker completed. And as you can see, I created a message box, I changed the label back to empty, and I re-enabled the run button, and I hid the progress. So let's see what happens now. I click on run, I get my message, I see my GIF, and when the job is done, I get my OK button, and everything returns to its normal state.